Okay, okay. Hey, y'all. Hey. Come on in the room, y'all. We taking our power back today. Okay? We about to take our power back. This too bright. I don't want that bright. Let's see. Maybe I should make it more. We taking our power back today. Come on in here. We about to get it started. We about to talk about it. Take your power back, y'all. Who done took your power? Okay? Did you forget who you was? Let's see. All right, we gonna get started. Hey, Lady Z. Hey. So today we is taking our power back, and we gonna get started with 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. For God has not given us the spirit of fear. Hey, Josh. For God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind, right? So that was 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. Listen, if God has not given us fear, let me ask y'all something. If you walking around with fear, whose energy, whose power do you have? You got somebody's negative energy, because energy don't die. Let's explain that first. Energy don't die, it transfers. So anytime you become into the presence of anybody that you encounter, you are transferring energy. You are giving them some of your good energy, and you taking whatever they bringing you. So if they garbage dumping on you, you taking that energy back with you, right? And then you done gave them some of your good energy, and you done put it out there, and they misused it, right? So you need to take your power back, because God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and a sound mind. Somebody got y'all in your head? That's not a sound mind, right? Somebody got you angry at them. Somebody got you angry at them, or feeling bitter because they keep doing you wrong, and you keep trying to duck and dodge them, and you just trying to stay away. Somebody keep doing you wrong. Call your love back to you. It's not your energy that you experiencing. That fear is not yours. You ain't feeling no fear. Okay, that's right. That's how you supposed to be. You ain't supposed to fear nobody, right? You ain't supposed to have a fear of your dreams. You ain't supposed to have a fear of where you're going. You're not supposed to have a fear of the future. You're not supposed to be worrying about anything. You're not supposed to be worrying about how you going to survive. God take care of the birds every single day, right? They don't worry about tomorrow. They just get out there and they do what they got to do today in order to serve God. Because what they do, they get up first thing in the morning singing. Why is they singing? Because God provided them the food that they needed, right? So if God is giving you love, power, and a sound mind, call it back to yourself. You be all in your feelings over in the corner talking about, I don't know why I'm over here angry. I don't know why. Whatever feelings you feeling. Maybe it's you being emotional and crying and knowing that's really not who you are. Call your power back to you, okay? That's what I need y'all to do. So whatever it is that you trying to do in this season, we about to get it done. They can't have your energy no more. They can't, hey, they can't have your energy no more. They can't have your time. See how somebody talking about Skid Row, and we talking about calling your power back to you. They want some of that energy. They want some of that good energy. No, 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 no. You can't have it today, baby. Not today. All right. So we gonna call all our power back to us, because we need it in this season. You need it in order to move forward in whatever it is you're doing. That's why you're feeling sluggish and tired and worn out and want to sleep and lay around all day and feeling lazy, because it's not your energy. You have attracted somebody else's energy, and you are supposed to bring it back to you. You need it. God gave it to you. Stop giving it away to the swines, right? What do you say? Don't cast your cares. Don't cast your pearls unto the swine, right? Get your energy back. Get your power back, right? That's usually what it is. Exactly. Yes. That's usually what it is. And then they get mad because you no longer want to be around them, right? They get mad because you don't want to be in bother with them. They want to garbage them. They don't want to feel that negative energy that they got. They want some of your positive energy. That's why they always call you when it go wrong, because they need some of your positive energy. But when it's going right in their life, they ain't nowhere to be found. No, I'm not religious. You're Baptist? Yes. Yes, so I'm not religious. I am spiritual. This is a spiritual walk. You are supposed to be maintaining a relationship with God. Religion has got us into so much trouble, into so much delusion, that we really don't recognize the delusion that we are in. And it is time for us to wake up. It is time for us to stop being deceived and believe in everything. It's like we being gullible right now. We got to wake up. If you go to God yourself and you have that direct relationship with God, that's where you came from, right? We don't need any religion to tell us this is how it is and this is what it is. You've been talking to God all your life. You've been talking to God before you even knew about a Bible, right? Respect to you. So if you want to take your power back today and you want to get busy on moving forward and what you got to do, you have to think from a sound mind. What is a sound mind? Using logic. The sound mind is using your logic versus using your emotions. You cannot process things from an emotional place. You have to process it from a logical place, right? Eat the meat and spit out the bone. That means when it goes into your frontal lobe, when it comes into your mind, that means you have to eat the meat that you need and spit out what else don't belong. Don't take all that stuff in. Hey, you got to eat the meat and spit out the bone. So, hey, call your power back, y'all. Call your power back to you. This is the season that you need your power. Enough is enough. Playtime is over, right? You've laid down enough. Recognize who you are. Recognize your worth. You are so valuable. That's what people see in you, your value. You don't see it in you, so they want to take advantage of the power that you have in you because you haven't recognized it. Because they know as soon as you recognize the power that you have within you, you're going to call it back to you and you're going to get to work and you're going to do what you got to do for you. You're not going to be easily accessible to people. You're not going to be giving away your power to anybody. You're not going to be picking up the phone talking about, hey, what's up? How you doing? Huh? You ain't going to be trying to kick it with the people all like that, right? When you call your power and you recognize how powerful you really are, you're going to be on your mission, set and sail. You're not going to be pity-patting with one toe in the water or one foot in the water. You're going to jump in both feet. And if people couldn't recognize that while they were in your presence, when it's time to go, it's time to go. We ain't got time to look back, right? You don't have time to look back at your past. You don't have time to worry about what they doing. Half of the people you're gonna realize that they all still delusional too. When it snap and it click for you, when you focus on yourself, I'm telling you, spend 6 months just focusing on yourself, working on you, realizing how powerful you are. Come back to who you are. Oh, baby, you powerful. And they know it. And they don't want to let you get away because once you get away, you're going to realize, right? They might try to push you off and make you go by yourself. You know what I'm saying? They don't want nobody want to be with you or hang around with you. So now you forced by yourself. They don't realize that's the place where you grow. That's the place where you go get your healing. That's the place where you go get yourself together. Baby, let me tell you something. A lady was sitting up there talking about how this lady was saying how she was in a relationship, right? She got married to this man within the first year of meeting this man. They've been together about 8 years now, okay? And she said within that first year, she wound up getting pregnant, and she was pregnant with her second child. The man wound up going to jail, y'all. He went to jail for something he did previously before she even met the man, and he lied about it, right? But yet and still, her faithfulness to this man told her that she needed to become a prison wife. She became a prison wife. She endured it. She had all of this power. She got him out. She said she fasted and she prayed. Her husband got released from prison, and he got back out here, and he was talking about while he was in prison, he was saying all of this good stuff to her. He was saying all of the right things to her. He was praying to God. He was calling out. He was fasting with her, y'all. Right? But when he got out of jail, he went right back to doing the very thing that he was doing before, which was mentally entrapping her, playing with her mindset. And she was saying, oh, this narcissist, oh, this narcissist. You know, so when she was calling this man a narcissist for the things that he has done, I felt so bad for her, right? But I felt bad for her because not because he was a narcissist. People are going to be who they're going to be regardless. We can't change that about other people, right? When somebody is a narcissist, we have to recognize our own worth, our own power, our own strength, and we have to strategize to get ourselves out of that situation once we realize who we encounter. Ain't no changing nobody else. Take your power back, realize your self-worth. That lady is still with that man to this day, trying to make a decision in her mind, toggling with her mind of why he wants her. He wants you because he know how powerful you are. All of the blessings that come into play when you are attached to other people, they get a benefit of your blessings. They want to dog you, spit in your face, and take your blessings at the same time. And God is calling you away from these same people if you've not already been called away from them and you've been obedient, right? But she's still right in the midst. Now, the thing is that's when we get in God's way, right? We get in God's way, and then we be like, Lord, don't cover him, Lord. We want the best for him and all of that stuff. Okay, that's fine, well and dandy. But if you want the best for that person, you can reap whatever that person got coming back to him too. Get out of God's way. We got to learn how to surrender to the will of God. We trying to control things and take things into our own hands and then be God for everybody else when we can't even find God for ourselves. We don't even realize the power that's within. And that's what the lady is saying. She goes to church and she been doing this and she been trying to figure out how she gonna get her power back. She just don't realize how she gonna get her power back. She think it's through covering a man that she said is her husband when God showed her the signs all along. All of these signs was just red flagging, right? And she still don't know that it's because of the power that she has, the blessings that God has bestowed upon her. And sometimes when you in somebody's presence that you ain't supposed to be, God to delay your own blessings. You'll see everybody around you getting blessed, and God will be done put you in financial constraint. God will be done put you in a place where you not gonna get everything that he promised to you, because he know that if you get it in the presence of the people that's around you that ain't supposed to be around you, they gonna dog walk you. Then they gonna want to take God's reverence. Oh, that was me. That they want to take God's power. You know, that was me that did that for you. If it wasn't for me, that's what they try to do. That's why God is so strategic when he telling you to move out of your own way, right? Get your big B-U-T-T out the way, okay? Get your butts out the way as far as your B-U-T when you got excuses of why you need to be there. You need to look at who you really are. Look at the worth and the value that you bring to every table that you sit at. It's you. It ain't them. And that's why they upset, because they know it's you. And 9 times out of 10, when they do you dirty but want your blessings, it's because you can see straight through them. You can see straight through them. You see that they on some bull, right? But yet you still want to be there in spite of changing something that ain't in diapers. Let them narcissists go. Let the people in your life go that don't mean you no good. It is time to focus on you. And the crazy part about it was that this was the crazy part, right, y'all? She said that she realized after dealing with his mama and his sister that the man had childhood trauma. She recognized how the man could correct himself to be a better person, but she didn't realize her own self-worth. She didn't realize the areas in her life that she must have been abandoned or rejected or needed love from somebody, and she looking for it in all the wrong places. That's self-worth. When you realize your own, but see that it's easier to see other people, right? It's unless we look in the mirror, we really can't see ourselves. That's just the truth of the situation. So when we look at other people, it is not it's not to look at other people as they irritating you or they do. It's if somebody is in your energy space, I love you too. If somebody is in your energy space, that means that they are supposed to be reflecting who you are to you. And if you keep allowing yourself to be in them people energy space and dealing with the drama and the bull and they bringing you discord and toxicity and you looking for peace, see, you got to be careful what you pray for. When you pray for peace, when you pray for your enemies to be removed from your life, it'll start showing up as family, friends, relationships. It'll start showing up as all of that. You is not about to, nobody's exempt. And you be like, no, 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 not that person. That's not my enemy. And God like, yes, it is. God like, yes, that is your enemy. You move out the way. No, 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 no. I want peace. But you over here in this toxic situation. And God like, wait a minute. I thought you wanted peace. Do you really want peace? I'm trying to show you. Now God got to show you a little deeper on what these people are doing. A whole nother level, right? It's got to get totally disrespectful because you ain't paying attention to the prayers that you asked for, right? But you got to realize your own self-worth, y'all. Realize who you are and whose you are. You belong to the Most High God of all things, right? You belong to the person who made us in his image. And if God is as powerful as we believe God to be. See, that's the problem. We don't believe in God. We believe in man or relationships or people around us to support us and to be our everything when they cannot be everything for themselves. We have to depend on God for that. And then we have to lead others to God as well. We can't fix them. We trying to fix us and figure out we still trying to figure out how to process things. We still trying to figure out how to come from a place of peace instead of toxicity because all they want to do is break you down. It's easier for them to pull you down to their level. When you exuding peace, somebody that's always toxic, guess what they gonna do? They gonna create a scenario to say, see, I told you so. They gonna create that with you. I told you so. They gonna get under your skin so bad just so they can prove how toxic, how people always do them wrong, right? But it's time to take accountability for your own self in this season. It's time to take accountability for who you are and who you're destined to be and what is holding you back. Wake up. Turn the blinders off. Whoever it is that is blocking you, you can no longer deceive yourself. God is showing you. You see it. You're no longer blind. Why do you keep walking in that direction? Why do you keep not believing in yourself? Why do you keep allowing other people to step over you, trample over you, and do what they will with you? Because they're not going to do the right thing with you. And then if it's got money involved with it, they're going to breadcrumb you. Because it's not meant for them to give to you. It's meant for God to show you your self-worth so that he can give you the blessings. And see, a lot of times we want to blame God because we getting blessed here, there, everywhere. No, that's your disobedience. God is a God of abundance and God want to show you off. You think God don't want to show you off to other people to make an example of you, of what he can do in your life for other people to see? To call other people to him. But if you're not being obedient and you're not recognizing your own self-worth and taking accountability for the areas of your life that you need to exemplify the God within you, huh? How can someone else see it? They be like, oh, I don't know. I see somebody that don't even worship God. They got everything they want in life. Why would I come over here and serve your God? Right? Why would I come over here and worship the God that you serve if you ain't got nothing to show for it? You still angry. You still upset. You still dealing with toxicity. You still doing this. You don't have nothing. What do you have to count for it? The harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. And the reason the laborers are few is because once you know your power, Once you know who you are and whose you are in God, then you can move forward to be able to go do the will of the Lord. Yeah. Every day you get up, it's a choice. But you got to see it in you first. Enough with all of the complaining. We complain about the smallest things, everything we got to do throughout the day. Why? Is it that bad? Like, is it really that bad? You know what I'm saying? Enjoy every moment. It's an experience that's meant to be enjoyed, right? That's what it is. And if you've already had your rebirth, if you already been died to the flesh, the ego, right? When you die to the ego, you allow the spirit within you to live and to grow. You allow the logic to control your outcomes instead of your emotions. You allow strategy, which come from logic, right? We throw temper tantrums as adults because we don't know how to process our emotions or think from a logical place where we can dissect what belongs to us and what we don't want. We receive the wrong things. Stop receiving that garbage. It's easier said than done because you ain't made a decision to change. You don't want to let go of where you are. When you ready to let go of where you are and you tired of being tired and you say, I surrender, God, oh, it's going to be easy peasy. Is it going to be scary? Yeah. So I don't think it's hard to do because I done been there. I done did it for myself. But is it fearful? Yes, it is. But that's why the Bible we just read in the Bible, it says that God has not given us a spirit of fear, but love, power, and sound mind. Fear is part of your ego. When you walking in your ego and you haven't completely died to your ego and surrendered it to God, then you're going to walk in fear. It's not the fact that we think it's hard. We just think we can't do it. Oh, that I fear what's going to happen. I got to change my routine. What that look like? I can't see in front of me. You think you're going to walk around like a blind mice, but you walking around blindly now. And is that what you doing working for you now? Is it going great and super? If it is, this message ain't for you. If your life is great and where you want it to be, this message ain't for you because you already arrived. But if you know that you got to change and you know that you tired of being in the same place, you're going to keep letting people disrespect you and keep not recognizing your self-worth, enough is enough. You got to put your foot down. You got to come in here with a whole different attitude. You can't come in here from a passive attitude when you dealing about change within yourself, talking about, Lord, I don't know what to do, help me, crying and stuff. Nah, stand up, chest out. You got to put that chest out. I tried so hard and did good for about a year, and then life hit me in a way that made me fall off the track. Life hit you in a way that made you fall off the track. Everything comes from God. Everything is God, right? All things were created from God himself. So nothing is happening to you. It's happening for you. And we can't control timelines, outcomes, or anything like that. All we can know and have faith, well, we can't know, but we can have faith and believe that God is working every situation out for our good, and he's not going to put more on us than we can bear. And I think that's what part of the problem is, too, because I be seeing a lot of the memes. Last year, I used to see a lot of the memes that was like, I'm tired of being your strongest soldier, Lord. Like, half of the stuff that, I'm not negating what you going through, but half of the stuff that the people that was posting the memes wasn't really going through much. It just feel like work because you used to sitting comfortable and snugly and you're not ready for change. God didn't make you a drug addict. You made yourself a drug addict. That was the tool that you used to be able to deal to suppress your emotions because you don't know how to process them. So that is the tool that you use, picking up a drug instead of dealing with the situation and taking accountability to say, hey, I need to work on my traumas. I need to work on what affected me as a child. I need to work on whose thoughts and voices I'm hearing in my head, because a lot of times it ain't God's voice that you're hearing in your head, especially if you don't know how to sit down and get away and get with God by yourself. It's probably your parents' voice in your mind. It's probably you know how they say the enemy. It's whoever affected you growing up. That's who playing in your head to make you feel like you need to pick up a drug because you can't cope with who you are. You are great as you are. You already wonderful. The first step to surrendering to God is to know that you don't have control over anything. You are just a mere vessel. You have an expiration date just like every other human. So only do what you can control, and what you can't control, you give it to God. And that's the thing. A lot of times we trying to control what God's job is, and we don't want to take authority and take control over what God has given us to do. Right? You said dealing with evil for 20 years of my life, I have brain damage. How does God going to fix that? Want to drive a truck with my driver license. How can I do that with brain damage? I don't know. That's something you have to talk up with God. That's something. I don't know what happened to you. I can't determine your life. I'm not God. I didn't create the rules. All you have to do is go to God, and he will give you the peace beyond all your understanding about why you're going through what you're going through. But let me tell you something. For anybody that has a great calling on their life, the journey is not easy. What you go through is not easy, right? To whom much is given, much is required. My current place is working on my trauma and fixing myself to be better for my kids and show them right. That's right. Because guess what? A lot of times we feel like we have if y'all all think about this real quick. If y'all all got childhood traumas, right? And y'all raising kids and y'all are doing things that's similar. It may not be the exact same thing that your parents did to you, but you are bringing childhood trauma upon your children as well. Everybody got feelings and emotions, and every child see things from a different perspective, right? You may have a first child who think that the youngest child is the spoiled one. You may have a middle child who think that everybody else got all of the attention. You may have a young child that think that everybody older than them thought that the world was better when they was you coming along. I mean, everybody has their own opinion and what they feel. But when you do things purposely, like constantly shooing kids away because you're trying to scroll through your phone on social media all day and you're not really paying them no attention, you letting the TV raise them, that is trauma because they feel abandoned. You know what I'm saying? If you just giving them the answers to their homework and you're yelling at them all of the time, I know school about to be out, but if you yelling at them all the time and you like, is you stupid? Do you think a child want to hear that? That's something that you remember. I'm quite sure you remember what things your parents talked to you and called you when you was a child growing up. The B words and the H's and all of this stuff. And you sitting up here redirecting it back to your children. The only difference is you might be afraid to talk about it in your adulthood. But this new generation, they going to spill it and they going to hurt your feelings. They going to hurt your feelings. Whew. I pray for you, girl. I hope that it works out for you, because the ones that get it, get it. The ones that don't, and then you're going to have kids that ain't going to want to deal with you, be bothered with you at all, because you was just too much for them, and they don't know how to process it because they don't understand themselves, because you never took the time to understand yourself. And then you got to hear what your parents, you going to repeat what your parents said when you was growing up. Oh, I did the best I could. No, you did. No, you did. Let's stop lying right there. You didn't do the best you could. You did what you wanted to do, and you was acting out of your emotions. So you did the bare minimum because you was too busy focused on something else. You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of parents try to tell their kids. It is a constant spiritual battle. It is. But that's why we have to stand tall. That just accept that God is real and controls everything. Yeah. Let's see. It is a constant spiritual battle. Emotional abuse. Emotional abuse come from, if you dealing with it in adulthood, that come from childhood. Whoever was emotionally abusing you, you found it in a partner as an adult. That's all. Sunday blessings to you too. The devil can't do nothing with you if you discipline and mindset. Hold on. If you're disciplined and if your mindset is weak, like your flesh, that's when the devil makes his move on your weaknesses. That's right. So we always have to be. My great grandmother used to always have this saying, y'all. She used to always be like, "Be careful, watchful, and prayerful." It wasn't so much the fact that you got to be watchful. Yeah, watch your surroundings, but you also have to watch the energy that you allow in your space. You have to watch the energy, the spiritual part of people. What spirit are they operating in when they come around you? So you always have to be on alert because, like you said, the devil is prowling. So that's where the discipline comes into play. When you are constantly paying attention or you don't act before you think about it, right? You think about it first and then from a logical place, and then when you act upon it, now you can make a more sound decision. Oh, devil, I see you, you little tricky, you little tricky thing, you. But if you acted from a emotion, we tend to yell, scream, and fuss and throw a tantrum before we can logically process why somebody do what they do to us or how the devil got a hold of us. It's the inner me. It ain't the enemy. It's the inner me. I keep my kids off of tablets, phones, and TVs as much as I can. That's right. Let them explore nature. That's right. You hear that so much at your church? Good. That your pastor telling the truth. The devil is a bully. We all pretend to ignore. The devil is a bully. We all pretend to ignore. The devil, right? Let's talk about this devil. We're going to dissect this for a minute. The devil is a bully we all pretend to ignore. You are absolutely correct. And the devil that we pretend to ignore is the ego operating over the spirit realm, right? When we allow that ego to take hold of what's going on, whatever we feeling inside, hiding our vulnerabilities, we are letting ego project it and protect us. That's what we allowing, right? Instead of allowing the spirit and being led by wisdom and discernment, right? So you're going to have to reap the outcome, the consequences of whatever it is that you put out there, right? So when you allow the ego to be your bully, when you allow the ego to be your bully, it's going to bully everybody else. And then it's going to leave you in a place of feeling offended. Oh, it happened to me. I don't know what's going on. But see how that's crazy? Like, and then the crazy part about it, FMD, when people let the devil be the bully in their life, like the ego be the bully, then what they do is when we let the devil be a bully in our life, we bully others. And then it's like you what you do, what they call it, you hit somebody, you hide your hand, whatever it is. But when you go bully other people, but then you take offense. That's what you're doing. Not you, but that's what they doing. They allow their ego to take over, and then they want to act all soft like they not. This is why we have problems even in the election, y'all. Because think about the last election that we had. You had somebody that was quiet that appeared to be quote unquote of God. You know what I mean? And then you had somebody that appeared to be a bully. Those two representatives is a direct reflection of what's going on inside of us, right? They are mirroring what's going on inside of us. If you did not like one candidate because of their ego, because they were a bully, it shows that you are a bully unconsciously and you are projecting bully to other people, but you're taking offense as if you're not. But the people who understand it from a perspective understood that this is what the country was built on, right? Christopher Columbus took it from who? They bully from day one. You know what I'm saying? But when you operating on a spiritual level, if you operate from the fruits of the spirit, you don't take offense, right? You understand why everything is going on. That's all. Not the enemy. The enemy, them be fighting me, my mom, my friends, play on phones. They be fighting. They be fighting and tablets all the time. They be doing Roblox. I'm like, that's their mom issue. I'm your mom, not in my house. Y'all know the rules. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of those things, and we don't know what's teaching these kids inside of that either, right? Like they're getting programmed, whatever it is, it's a programming. And I don't know what the Roblox doing to keep these kids so hooked, but it's doing something. And I don't know how good that something is because you can't count on them to teach you half truths and half lies. Like anybody that is a liar in your life, you gonna look at them about lying about everything. But then there's certain larger entities that y'all partake in, and y'all think that sometimes they tell you the truth and sometimes they tell you a lie. So you believe certain things that you might see on the news. Oh, they'll never lie to us. But then you be like, oh no, you gotta do this consciously. You gotta eat right. They putting all of this stuff in the food. They spraying this stuff in the air. Do you believe they telling you the truth, or do you believe it's really a lie? I mean, treat them like the liar or the narcissist that you just got rid of. Treat them. Oh my goodness, the church is a place. It's not holy ground. Your mind and body is your temple. That's the church right there. That's your true holy ground. That's right. It's people around you when you kids, like family members, school and at homes. Yeah, if you got K-12 on here, so K1 or 2K, I don't know what that is. Are you a school teacher? Or are you involved with kids at school and be around a lot of different kids that going through different things at home? My verse was from War Room. I could say James 4:7 over and over till I fall asleep. And I even felt myself shaking in my sleep twice when I did it. Wow. Let me read what James 4:7 says for y'all. Okay, let's see. She said she read James 4:7. Ooh. 4:7. Submit yourselves then to God. Resist the devil and he will flee from you. That's right. You're supposed to resist that enemy that is talking, that critic that's talking to you and want to take over when people upset you, or people that one that wants you to respond quickly and without thinking about it and doing things because my feelings hurt. No, we got to get to the root of the issues that we deal with. And that's why the Bible says, submit yourselves then. That's a very great verse. Thank you for that verse. Submit yourselves then to God. That means submitted to the Holy Spirit that is within you. God put that Holy Spirit inside of you to lead you and guide you. Submit to it. And resist. Y'all ever see, this is kind of reminding me of the story of like the devil on God on one shoulder and the devil on the other. Y'all remember that? How they used to show it? And it's like which one is which one got your ear? Which one you gonna go with? You gonna go with the God on one side or the devil on the other side? And it's all about a choice, right? It's all about the decisions that we make. Am I gonna roll with the God on this side, or, that walking in the fruits of the Spirit, right? Asking God to give me wisdom and discernment, because the wisdom will bring peace to every situation, right? Every toxicity, chaos, and all of that stuff, arguing, is not gonna bring. It's gonna lead to a different outcome, and then we're gonna be like, God, why they do that to me? No, 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 no. That's a result of the outcome of what you put out there, right? That's exactly what it is. And then you got the devil on this side that's telling you respond to people or respond to things and situations in your life in your ego. Get in that spirit of frustration. All of these things, when we operate in these spirits, we are blocking our own blessings. The prayers that we asking God for, the things that we want from God, we are blocking it. It's a blockage there because we believe one thing. We say one thing out of our mouth, that we want something and we believe that it's for us, and we can quote all of these scriptures that's for us, but then we turn around and we speak so lowly of ourselves. This is why I always say, pay attention to what you speak into yourself. When you realize what you speaking to yourself, it's going to help you move past people that you know don't belong in your life anymore. People, places, and things, okay? So when you start speaking, you're going to start paying attention to the words that you speak out your mouth. Oh, I can't do that. Oh, I could never. It would never happen for me. I don't think so. It just won't work. You just find every excuse for it not to be what it is, for it to not be a good thing. See, I told you. That's the thing. If you operating from that place, you have to change your thoughts and pay attention to what it is that you're saying. And a great way to see what you're saying about yourself is to look at the outside reflections that come up with people around you. Anybody that you're encountering, listen to how they talk about themselves, right? And then you take that back within to yourself and you say, okay, do I talk to myself like this? Because they sure do. Because like I said, it's easier to see something in others. So look at it in other people this week if you can and see how bad people talk about themselves. And then bring it back to yourself. Don't judge them. Don't judge them. But bring it back to yourself and then be like, do I do that to myself? Do I talk about myself like that? Oh my goodness. Then when you start hearing yourself and catching yourself, you be like, oh no, let me change that. Now you're going to consciously be trying to change what you say about yourself to align with the blessings that you want in your life. Don't think that God ain't no abundant God. You're just minimizing God. There's a ceiling that you're putting on God. You're putting a cap on him. And he is outside of that whole box that you're putting on him. He outside of that structure. God don't exist. God is so great that it really can't even be explained how great he is, right? And although he gives us grace and mercy, we have to use wisdom as well to know that the grace gonna come when we doing things and we're trying to do the right thing, right? Not when we're purposely and stuck in our old ways and we don't want to change we want other people to conform to what we're doing instead of converting over and becoming a better person. Because guess what? The way that you're going to change the world is by changing yourself first. Then when you change yourself first, now you can change the people around you. The people around you, you can't change them as long as you ain't doing nothing, because they ain't looking at what you're saying. They looking at what you're doing. And if they don't see no results in your life, they not in tune. Well, why it ain't working out for you? Why it ain't working out for you? That's how they look at you. Why it ain't working out for you then? Why you ain't tried it? So instead of trying to tell other people what they need to be doing in their situation until you figure out like, oh, okay, this is it. I got to take accountability for my actions, my words, my thoughts, because it leads to life. Your whole life. It leads to a cycle. It leads to a week, a month, a year. It leads to a decade of you doing the same thing. So make a decision today, y'all. Thank you. I sure do. You like it? So make a decision today, y'all. Make a decision. Are you going to walk in your power? Are you going to take your power back? Call it back from everybody that it don't belong. Anything that anybody has ever said bad about you, get rid of it, because half of the stuff we say about ourselves is not even our thoughts. It is the thoughts of somebody who constantly put us down over and over, made us feel less than, made us feel like we had to prove ourselves to them. That's their thoughts. That's their words. That's their fears, and they projected it on you. And you picked it up and took it in and gave it a little home and said, you're right. I'm not that great. Oh, you're right. Maybe I can't do this. No, you take your stuff back. That's yours. That's your energy. I want mine back. You take yours, because God has given me the spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. And if I give it away to you, I ain't going to have enough for my journey. Yeah. That's right. Healed over here. But let's talk about you. You want to talk about you for a second? Taking accountability is blaming it on who? Self. Maybe you need to go do the inner work for yourself so that you can realize who you are. Because obviously, you got too much time on your hand and you ain't figured out who you is. If you over here on this live right here trying to tell me what I'm doing and who I am and what God said about me, because you sound like you one of them. You one of those. You bored. Bored, broken, bummy, ain't you? looking for someone to blame for your life. That's what you're doing. Congratulations. You need to be healed. You're passing judgment on somebody else because you ain't where you need to be in life. You mad at God. Don't be mad at God. God ain't do it to you. You did it to yourself. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, you hurt. Aw. You want to be black? Aw. You're broke and broken. You're over here on YouTube on this fine afternoon in my comments. And then constantly keep talking. That's the crazy part about it. You got Twitter fingers going on over there, buddy. What the heck? Got Twitter fingers going on over here. You type it real fast. That's what it is. The devil upset because we calling our power. He one of them narcissists. That's probably what he is. He probably one of them narcissists that we had to call our power back from. And he mad because I'm exposing him. The kingdom of darkness is being exposed. And we're going to put some light, open up some light all over it. And we're going to expose them demons for who they are. You see how, this is how a narcissist talk to people, y'all. Take your power back. Take accountability and realize that it's a reason that they show up in your life. And that reason is for you to recognize your own self-worth. Not to entertain the devils. Look at them. Aww. Aww. I want you to have a good day because you is... Matter of fact, keep listening to the message. That's what you do. Keep listening to the message. I understand that you need help too. It's for everybody. We ain't gonna hold you back from receiving your breakthrough. Them spirits that's inside of you don't want to let you go, but baby, you gonna come back to God as well. God bless you. God bless you. You are still a child of the Most High God. No matter how you choose to bring your energy, baby, you take it back over there. And you keep your projections to yourself. And let us work on ourselves over here and call our power back from people like that. See, that's exactly what it is. It comes at the right time. Y'all see how that came at the right time? What we talking about? And then how they want to come and take our power. This how they come try to take your power from you. They try to come take your power from you by saying stuff to get your attention. And then you got to see, look, he got it in all caps as well. He really wants some attention. All right. That's right. Evil do exist. It does. We see it right there. He's operating in his flesh. He's operating in his ego. Right? Once he learn how to operate in the spirit, then he'll understand exactly who he is in God as well. But right now, he's trying to debate about who God is, what his name is, and Jesus as well. And we don't debate. We not that whatever you believe is your decision. Everybody over here may have a different belief. Everybody over here, but we all can resonate with the same message, right, y'all? We all can resonate to know that, hey, we got to start walking in the spirit realm, no matter what religion you are a part of, right? You start walking in that spirit realm, and then you'll be able to ignore the flesh, right? Yeah. I'm glad he came out like that, though. I'm glad that he was a great example of that. But in the midst of it, he gonna get his breakthrough, right? And you see how that's called righteous judgment. It's not about ignoring the devil. It's not about ignoring the devil. You have to take it and take it by force, right? So when you know that the devil is operating inside of somebody that like that, a person like that, you have to call that spirit out. You don't ignore certain things, because when you ignore certain things, it's going to keep coming back up in your life. It's going to keep reappearing in your life, right? So you address it right then and there, but it's a way that you address it. It's a way that you address it, right? People like that usually really want to know more about God, but they're too busy caught up in their ego trying to debate what's real, what's not. That's the thing a lot of people have. They don't know what's real and what's not, so they jump from religion to religion. They want to project onto you the fears that they have. Those are his fears. And it came at the right time because it showed that these are the type of fears that people have and will try to place on you when they don't know who they are in God. When they don't know their purpose and they don't know what they're supposed to be doing, they want you to feel as lowly as them. Ain't happening today, Satan. We're going to address you and we're going to send you back to the pits of hell from whence you came. Right? If God lives in us, then we take things because it's ours. Speak and you shall have. That's right. That's right. That's the enemy. The enemy takes stuff from you. The enemy is the one that's tricking and deceiving us to believe that we not who we are, who God called us to be, who God said we are, that we're not created in his image. But God gave us power and authority over the earth, and giving it to him would have been arguing back and forth with him. But giving it the power to him is to let him know, hey, he can have that little power right there, what I gave him. And I hope it helps him. Yes. And I hope a lot of y'all were blessed on this word today as well. Listen, I'm not going to be before y'all long. Like, I got to give me some tea in my system, y'all. I feel like I'm just, I don't know. I think I talk too much. No, but they don't want the word of God. That's all the enemy don't want. Don't want the word of God to be, because he know that y'all getting healed. He know that it's a message and it's for somebody. It may not be for everybody, but it may be for a few people on here today, that somebody is going to get delivered from their selves. Somebody is going to stand up and take accountability for the words that they speak out of their mouths, right? How do we protect ourselves from witchcraft? Walking in love. Staying away from them. Love is the highest frequency, right? God calls us to walk in love above all things, right? So to protect yourself from witchcraft, walk in love. And stay away from people that, whoever you believe is doing witchcraft, walk away from them. And I'm gonna tell y'all something too. Witchcraft ain't just what you, I don't know, whatever you spells or whatever you think. Spelling, right? The words that you speak out of your mouth is spelling. Hence you had spelling bees in school, right? And so the words that you formulate to make a sentence, be it good or bad, you done put a spell on somebody, whether you talk bad about them or you talk good about them, whether you talk bad about yourself, whether you talk good about yourself, right? Control. Control. When you want control over somebody, oh, they ain't doing what I want them to do. Why I can't get them to act right? I be trying to love them and help them and heal them and do this, that, the third. That's control. And control is manipulation, because now we want to manipulate a person's free will, right? And when you manipulating somebody's free will, that's witchcraft too. So anybody that is trying to control you, they're performing witchcraft as well. Get away from them. Don't just look at witchcraft as something that you see on TV with the little ball and all of that stuff. It ain't all that. It's words. It's what's coming out of here, right? It's what comes out your mouth that makes it bad, not what put it in. That's in the Bible too. Under the blood of Jesus, that's right. Yes, deliver you, please. That's right. The devil tells you all the time that you're not going nowhere. You got to stand up and put your foot on the devil's neck, baby. The Lord will make your enemies your footstool, but it ain't until you stand up and you take your power back and you put your foot all the way down and you squeeze it until he can't breathe in that area no more, where he ain't telling you nothing else about where you ain't going, because you got somewhere to go, because God has the final say so. God has the ultimate power in your life. So whose report are you really going to believe? Are you going to believe the devil's report, who God also created, or are you going to believe God's report? Because even the devil has a great assignment. When he was in heaven, he was the best instrument in heaven before he was released from heaven, right? And the crazy part about it is he still got a great position, because look, he gets to reign over the earth. So do you think if the devil is if the devil is fighting up against you because of and he has such great power and position in God, why do you think he's fighting against you? Because you have greater. And he don't want you to access it because you'll be better reverenced than him. God said you his favorite. You the apple of God's eye. You think the devil like that? The devil is like one of them kids that's like, they hate when the other kids get all the attention. Especially when the favorite get the attention because they've been so bad over here, acting out, doing everything on purpose. So yeah. Happy Memorial Day. Get a matching shirts. Have a great blessed day and get a mango and coconut smoothie. Ooh, that sounds good, Lizzie. I used to worship the devil till Jesus grabbed me. I was devoted to the devil. Fear. I saw the devil is a liar. That's right. The devil is a liar. And he ain't gonna prevail over your life either, right? Never second guess yourself or gaslight yourself. The devil wants you to doubt yourself. That's right. Amen. Yes. Here we go again. Okay. So yeah, that's where we are today. Make sure that you call your power back to yourself. You deserve it. It's yours. Take it by force if you have to. Get up out of that chair that you've been sitting in, being comfortable. You done grabbed a blanket and a pillow and you ready to go to sleep, right? Them sound like my flowers, y'all. I think them gonna be my flowers. Can you get this, please? Can you get the phone? Hold on, y'all. Call your power back, though. Hold on, real quick. That's my flowers. Hey, y'all. Look, it's time for some new flowers, y'all. So, listen, take your power back by force. Get out that. Take the cover off for one. It's getting hot outside. It's summertime now. Take that cover off for yourself. You gotta unlock it for. Take that cover off for yourself. Get unrelaxed. Get uncomfortable. I think that's the thing with me. I don't know what the correlation is between it, but if you've been in the same house growing up all your life, it's kind of hard to change because as a kid, when we're in that most like learning stage, and we have to go to different schools, find new friends, do whatever it is that we got to do. It's easier for us to adapt in life, to change. But when you go to the same school for 12 years of your life, and you don't know how to adapt to change. It ain't that you don't know how to adapt. It's just a little bit harder to adapt to change. Can I see the flowers real quick? I just told them I said, they're my flowers. Yeah. Oh, look at these flowers, y'all. Ooh, wait till y'all see them on the table. Ooh. So yeah, I appreciate all y'all for tuning in today. Listen. Y'all got any more questions before we go? I love y'all so much, and I know y'all gonna take y'all power back. I know y'all gonna start paying attention to the words that you speak. I know it. I know it. I know it. I know you are. So just let me know. Hold on. So just leave down in the comment section if you taking your power back. I'm taking my power back today, or leave some hearts in the comment section, right? Just drop some hearts if you're ready to take back control over your life and move forward and get every single blessing in abundance that God has for you, okay? I love you with the love of God. Until next time, let's grow.